I pace the room, blinds drawn tight. They say I'm tripping, but the drones fly at night. Infrared beams got my skin feeling warm. New set glitches, I call it a storm.
Merch, y'all. We now selling merch. Yes. Yeah, merch, y'all. We now selling merch. Get your merch today.
We're ready to blow the safe.
Stickers and
What else?
T-shirts and
Okay.
mugs and cups and
That's right.
we now selling merch.
Stop the record.
And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. The SpeakInCOAD Podcast. And now introducing COAD, Conspiracy of a Dead Man.
Over 100 people dead.
Chante, the homie. Servant with a noble cause. And Teddy Dynamite. These are the hosts of the SpeakInCOAD Podcast.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Scoliosis. All right.
Well, people, we are back. This is the SpeakInCOAD Podcast. I am Theodore Dynamite, the illustrious leader here, the man, the myth, the code himself. We are joined by Midwest Mythos.
Midwest Mythos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Midwest Mythos.
I almost said Midwest Explosion, so I had to catch myself. And we're gonna chat it up about a variety of things, so we hope you enjoy us.
Yeah, we're going to go on off script here today. Got Ryley here with Midwest Mythos. He is the man, the myth, and the legend. Just started listening to his podcast just recently. Part of a cool group chat where we got a bunch of like-minded people that are in the conspiracy world, that are into the new to podcasting. Some people are old to podcasting. Some people are just helping people out and getting their footing. And it's been awesome being a part of that group chat and stuff too. Trebles reached out to us and was just like, dude, I'm putting you in the group chat. I'm like, sounds good to me. And then just slowly been meeting and mingling with people on there. I've known probably Trebles. We've probably known him for at least a few months, something like that. And then Janet was in this one, Deplorable Janet. I've probably known her since before. She's since I got into conspiracies, probably early or late 2019, early 2020, something like that. So seeing her around, and then seeing like some people that have been on like Tinfoil Hat Podcast and back and forth with other people and stuff, I'm like, oh, this is where it's at, man. So it's been a lot of fun, even being a part of those group chats and stuff, and just kind of hanging out and talking with people. Well, we were on with Sunday Night Secret Society with Hank the Tank and Kyle, aka Chef, the other day, and then they had you guys on, or they had you on just the other day too. So we caught a little bit of that episode too. So I was like, bro, I'm like, anybody else available? And you're like, not it. No, I'm just kidding. You're like, I don't know if you are. So, dude, Ryley, thank you, man, so much for even like taking the time to jump on with us.
Oh yeah, man. Thanks for the invite, man. Anytime I get the chance to do some podcasting and talk to people, I'm gonna take it up if I'm available.
Cool.
So I appreciate you guys for letting me enter in your space, and shout out to Trebles, man. So I'm pretty sure he forgets my name. So he just calls me Mythos on everything. Yeah. It's just Mythos. That's all it is.
That's awesome. No, that's super cool, man. So like we do a segment, we call it What's in Your Cup. We just do whatever, we put our brand on it or whatever. But anyway, long story short, I'll get your address from you before you leave or after you leave, and I'll hook you up with a cup. Just tell me your favorite color, and if you like Ninja Turtles or if you like Street Fighter or GI Joes or whatever, and we'll get you some. We'll get you a cup full of stuff. So like our first segment, normally what we do is we just call it "What's in Your Cup." We're not trying to push anything. We're not trying to push like drinking or anything. It could be water, it could be orange juice, it could be pens and pencils. I don't freaking care what's in your cup. Like whatever scoots your fancy. But normally what we do is we'll send you some stickers, we'll send you some comic books, we'll send you some like random things that can fit in a cup, a little bit of things that can't fit in a cup. We'll just have it on the outside, and then we'll ask our guests or something like, hey, what's in your cup? And then it's more of like a icebreaker, not only of how the conversation's going, but also like what did you get from us? Not that we're trying to get any like recognition or anything, but it's like, oh man, you got some stickers or you got some whatever, you know. So we just try to have fun with it and everything. But normally, like the what's in your cups, it started off as a segment. So that's pretty much like our icebreaker. That's like getting to know our guests. That's getting to know our new friends and stuff too. So it's like pretty much like us saying like, hey, what's in your cup? That's pretty much like, oh, I'm sipping on this, or I'm into these things, or if you want to throw out any of like places where people can find you or tell us a little bit about yourself. And then that's kind of like our version of our own icebreaker, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, man. So I guess what I'm sipping on this evening is a nice ice cold Keystone, the most hated beer around. It's cheap and it's reliable, just like every vehicle I've ever owned in my entire life.
Nice.
But you know, Keystone's never done me wrong, and it's awesome. I know there's gonna be a lot of haters out there seeing it. I said, man, go and drinking it. But you know what?
I think more people would be hating if you were drinking a Bud Light. Well, maybe a year ago. I don't know about now.
At least, where I'm from, it's not any different. You're gonna get called some names. You start sipping on a Bud Light. Yeah. You used to get away with Bud Light Lime because there was no other lime kind of beer, but now the Busch Light just dropped Busch Latte Lime. You ain't got no excuse.
I heard somebody tell me the one time, they're like, oh yeah, I got that Busch Latte. I was like, they make beer coffee? And they're like, no, that's just what we call it. I'm like, oh.
That's why I was so confused. I'm like, latte beer.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really a beer drinker. So like hearing that like just blew my mind. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing too. We'll put some TBDs, what's in your cup recipes out there, because he's got some really cool recipes that he likes to get concocted at the bars if we do go out drinking.
The faces they make, I just hold up my phone, like, can you make this? And they're like, I think we can.
Yeah.
You're gonna drink this? Yes.
A man after my own heart, likes to live adventures with them.
There you go.
I'm the same way, man. If it sounds like you can mix it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, Ryley, why don't you tell us a little bit about like Midwest Mythos and like how did you get started and stuff? Like how long have you been doing this?
So, Midwest Mythos, I just started about a year ago, but the reality of it is it's been a project. Looking back on it, that it's happened ever since I was a little boy. I can remember as far back as like 2004, so I was like 4 years old, being introduced to like aliens and stuff like that, because my parents were into horror movies and stuff, and aliens just scared me so bad. Growing up, I didn't know, I wanted nothing to do with them. I was afraid I was going to get abducted every single night. And then 2006 came around, 2007, and Monster Quest started. And I remember the second episode airing, and they were doing a Sasquatch episode. And I was like, what's that thing? And I was so intrigued by it and the possibility of a giant ape wandering out throughout the woods and stuff like that, that I went to the school library, told my teacher about it, and she helped me find all sorts of books on Bigfoot. And from there, it kind of just went on. And then Ancient Aliens came out, and I got over my fear of aliens.
Okay.
So I started getting real big into aliens, and then I heard about man, this one might get people in trouble, but then I heard about gate when I was in high school.
High school.
And that's what got me into conspiracies. Yeah, like the whole 9/11 thing, that was just a joke. That we made memes about it. But then it hit me, and I was like, oh, so here's another reason not to like Obama and Big Mike. And, and then it just went on. And once I graduated high school, actually, let me rewind that a little bit. In 2017, I took a drafting class, and I got real big into podcasts because I was just sitting there, and we could have earbuds in and listen to stuff. Came across Sasquatch Chronicles and The Confessionals right when he was starting that podcast. Wow. So I've been listening to those forever, and I started going to events and stuff, and I met my buddy Shane. He's got a podcast, Inquiries of Our Reality, and we were sitting and talking one day, and he's like, bro, you have a lot of knowledge on this stuff. You have an interest in it. You know, you've had quite a few experiences. Why don't you start a podcast? I was like, oh, I've been thinking about it for years. And so the last 3 years, I kind of just been sitting on it like, I'll start a podcast, but I didn't have internet until I moved where I was. So a year ago, I stepped my foot down and said, I'm going to talk to people. I've acquired people that are willing to come on the show. I've heard countless stories. I have all this research that I've done over the last 15, 16 years since I was a little kid, and let's put something to it. So that's how Midwest Mythos came about. And now I have people come on the show, talk about their encounters with stuff. I get a lot into the scriptures. I do some episodes like the one I just dropped this last week. Where I'll choose the call to arms, and I'll choose a book in the Bible or something that has happened in my life, and I'll talk about it. I did one that was called Praises in the Storm, and I mostly went over Job and some of Matthew and stuff like that. Try to get the word of God out there, because that's the reality of it. That is the foundation of what this podcast is. Yes, I talk about cryptids. Yes, I talk about paranormal. I talk about conspiracies. I have some people on there that, you know, a lot of people in the church are like, why are you talking to this people? But God and Jesus, it is the cornerstone of Midwest Mythos. So I try to bring it into everything that I do, and 95% of the time I don't even have to try. God just makes it happen. So if you like cryptids, if you like ancient history, conspiracies, or if you just like hearing a hillbilly with speech problems talk, you know, come check it out, because that you ain't gonna find nothing like it. Well,
nice, dude.
I like that.
And I don't know if you guys were there for this part last night, but if you want to figure me out, if you type in Midwest Mythos, I am the first 3 pages on Google.
Wow. Oh, okay.
So it's pretty easy to find me. We were having fun with that one last night with Hank and Kyle.
Jeez. Now, like, one of the things I was going to ask you was, all right, so with the thing, how, like, when did that actually happen? Because I mean, we don't even have to get into that, but like, I found out about it like probably 2020, because like there was a podcast that was going on, and they mentioned it very briefly, but then there was a way that you could find the video like on BitChute or something. It was like Mouthy Buddha had like 3 different parts, I think, that talked about it. And then but he didn't, his I don't think was called Gate. It was like, so it was like PDF file Gate. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, like part 1, part 2, part 3. But I thought that took place in like 2019.
No, it was
like 2016, 2017 timeframe.
I think it was actually 2013, 2014 time, because I heard about it in the summer of 2016, because when I first got into podcast, like every young man, Joe Rogan is your light. He is the bug zapper that all us little moths go to in the podcast world to get our knowledge. And he had, it was episode 911, he had Alex Jones on, and Alex Jones dropped everything for 3.5 hours. And I was like, I'm sitting there, I'm working as an intern for the summer, you know, just sitting at my desk at this I work for the Whirlpool, intern for the Whirlpool Corporation. And I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like, he starts talking, oh yeah, and they ordered 100 hot dogs. And I'm like, I better put some earbuds in. And I was like,
I think it was like $20,000 worth of hot dogs.
Yeah. It was a lot. And cheese pizzas.
Yep.
Some were more well done than the others.
Yeah.
And it was just a wild thing. And I ain't looked into it in years, so I've forgotten a lot of stuff with it. But I just remember sitting there listening to it, and I was like, wow, so they did a lot more worse stuff. And that's kind of what opened my eyes to the whole cabal kind of ring and stuff that is actually happening in not just our government, but the world governments all around, you know.
For sure. Yeah, like, so TBD is kind of like our skeptic, or not that he's a skeptic, but it's more or less like
I question everything.
Yeah, and not only that, but not that he questions everything conspiracy. Sometimes he'll even question like what we talk about. So like we'll mention something and he'll be like, wait, $20,000 worth of hot dogs, what the heck does that mean? And then you go, oh well, that means it's code for little, or I think like pizza was like little, something like that.
So they were kind of doing like the Wayfair thing, where you were buying a cabinet and the cabinet was named Stephanie, and the dresser was named Tom.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay.
Wayfair before Wayfair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's like what kind of set the whole thing in motion and stuff for the most part. But yeah, I mean, I remember seeing about that, and then like Isaac Cappy and like that whole scenario. And like one of the other things too, that's like a really big one that we haven't really touched on, but I've been wanting to touch on it. There's about the Vegas.
Yeah.
He was the one at the concert, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But there was like so much other stuff with it that I just heard about recently, where like they have like a map. It's like the Las Vegas map or something. And long story short, it's like you can pull up the map of like the whole area that everything happened. Okay. And then each little thing, there might be like a dot. You click on the dot and it opens up like a file, and the file will tell you like what happened in that location during that time. And they try to like link all the different calls that happened, things that were all the different. Yeah, I had a couple buddies that were cops that were in Vegas. Two of them were twins, and then the other one was just another, or was there 3 or 4 of them? I think there was 3 of my friends that were cops that night. Like one of their sisters worked at like one of the casino bars or something, and like she called and was like, there's going on. So the one jumped on his motorcycle. I think he brought his gun and his badge and stuff, and then just went straight there, picked her up, and brought her right back home. Like he's like, I'm not dealing with any of this stuff that's going on. He's like, I don't even have my vest. I just hurried up and jumped on my bike to get my sister out of there. And like there was different calls that were happening, like, hey, there's a shooting happening here. Then there was another person saying like, there's a shooting happening in our hotel too. So then all these different calls were getting flooded into the Las Vegas Police Department. And they were like,
oh, all this was supposedly done by one guy.
Yeah, just the one guy. I guess they were talking about how recently that the what's the dude's name? I don't remember his name per se, but somebody mentioned to him, hey, this guy, he's a billionaire. He wants to buy a bunch of these guns. So that's why the guy initially brought all these guns to the hotel, was to do like an arms deal. And then the guy gets there, and then like the girls are like some girls came up to him and were like, hey, he wants to buy these guns or whatever. So he's like, yeah, I'll bring all these guns to the hotel. We could take him out shooting. Like we could take him to the shooting range and whatever, and like get him to try and shoot all these different guns. So he had like bump stocks. He had things that could like actually like make a fun range day, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he gets taken out, and it's like, oh, was this a setup? So some of those things are like kind of cool for me. Like I want to learn more about those. But like besides the pizza stuff and like the cryptids, are there any other like conspiracies that you're like I love this portion of it?
There has, I don't know, I don't know. 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 I don't know I don't know. I was basic. I was real big into the MK Ultra stuff, but kind of since that's become mainstream,
Yeah.
nah. One of the big ones I've been looking into, and it's been slowly becoming more. Well, it was mainstream, fell off. Now it's kind of making a resurgence. Was Operation High Jump, and Admiral Byrd and the whole Hollow Earth. I've been a big Hollow Earth believer since I was like 14, 15, and I came across. I used to use this app for memes back in high school. It's called iFunny, and it just had memes and stuff. But as the years went on and the app kind of died, it became a breeding ground for people to drop like files and stuff like that were no longer being supervised. And I came across this one that was a link to a YouTube video, and the dude put in a little caption below it, "Hey, this video gets taken down a couple hours after it's posted every single time." So he constantly changes the title of it. Yeah. And it was called like Heart of Agartha or something like that. And I just so happened to find it as soon as he posted it, went and watched it, and I was like, dude, this makes so much sense that I sound stupid when I talk to people talking about it. And it's like, he's like, the earth is hollow, but not in the sense that we think it is. So, everybody thinks, we got the crust, we got the mantle, and then inside, there's the core and magma and all that. Then certain hollow earthers think it's crust, mantle, and then inside's the hollow earth. But this dude broke down the whole science of, all right, look at an apple, look at an orange, look at any fruit that grows on a tree. You always see it's got something that runs straight through it, in oranges and stuff like that. It's a little bit smaller, but in apples, even if it's only a few particles, there is a straight opening through it. And that's because how gravity works on things that are in motion. So if the earth's spinning and it's in motion, no matter what, if something is suspended and growing that way, it's going to have something going through the center. So he's like, we have caps on the planet. Every planet has a north cap and a south cap. Why would the same not be done for the earth and all the other celestial bodies? So he broke it down as the apple earth for hollow earth, that it actually folds in on itself. We still have everything else. There's the core. It doesn't disprove the core and mantle and all that stuff, but instead of just being an outer shell, there's a tiny little like circular tube that runs through the center of the earth that, the water still goes, flows and all that. There's still continents inside of it. So it's not hollow, it's just the earth's shaped differently. And he's like, all right, so when Admiral Byrd and all them went and he did all the flying and he saw the civilization and he saw the mammoths still walking around and he saw the spacecrafts and stuff like that, he was like, oh, there's something in the earth, Well, once you get over the ice and stuff like that into this, you're just entering, it actually is an ice wall, supposedly. You kind of just fly over it and all right, you're back to normal temperatures. You're back to, the tropics and stuff like that, or Canada, where it's not always cold,
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. The dude just broke it down, and he wasn't lying. It got taken down maybe a half an hour after I finished it, because I sent it to my buddy, and he's like, I can't watch it. There's nothing there.
All right, I'm going to have to write this down. It's called Agartha?
It was like Heart of Agartha, or Entering the Heart of... It was something weird like that. This was like... I was in college, so like 4 years ago.
Down on YouTube?
Yeah, it was on YouTube.
Watch this. I want to show you something. So, if you ever have issues with looking up a documentary or wanting to find a documentary, And what was the other version of it?
It was
Heart of
like,
Agartha?
yeah, it was like Heart of Agartha or Entering the Heart of Agartha. It was something Heart of Agartha.
Maybe we're spelling Agartha wrong.
Yeah, how do you spell Agartha?
I'm one of those people. I need to write it down.
Agartha. That's what it should be. Might just look up Agartha.
Yeah. Agartha.
The secret civilization said to live inside the earth.
Yeah. It was some like, it was some like early 2000s animations and stuff with it. It was definitely something a dude made in his basement.
Oh, okay.
But, but it was good.
Here's what I normally do. This is what I do. I search for it here, and then this is usually where I find any type of documentaries that you can't find other places.
All right.
But if anybody's looking to look for documentaries and stuff, like you can look on here. Sometimes I post our podcast here too.
Oh yeah, dude, I'll have to check this out because I'm a big documentary dude, and I have a very hard time finding some of the ones I want to watch.
Whoa, I posted here.
I wanted to oh, apparently you did.
Whoa. Okay, cool. I didn't know they posted that there. That's awesome. I haven't even needed to post anything then. Well, don't look like it's working. Oh no, it worked.
You scrolled down. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. So anyway, long story short, you can use that website to find stuff too if you're ever looking for documentaries. Sean Chris.
Yeah. From Mockingbird.
Yes.
Yes.
Kill the Mockingbird or Killer Mockingbird?
Yeah, Operation Kill the Mockingbird. Yeah.
Yeah. So him and Paranoid American usually do a podcast where it's called Under the Docs, and they pretty much just have like all these documentaries that they watch. And every time they have a documentary, I'm like, where did they find this? And like, I'll hit up Chris and be like, hey man, is this the right one? He's like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, perfect. Saving it. So sometimes I'll find it on Rumble. Sometimes I'll find it on the other website that I showed you guys. But yeah, if you're ever looking into specific documentaries and stuff too, like definitely check those out. Yeah. And then
all right. That's awesome.
Sure. Yeah, so those ones are always fun. And then like the other thing too with like the Admiral Byrd thing with the Antarctica stuff, I never knew that it was inner Earth. I always thought it was flat Earth, and he just went over the wall and found more continents and more area.
That could very well be a possibility. I've read his stuff a couple times, and I don't know if he ever really does describe too much like flat Earth or hollow, just other than, hey, I was flying over the ice, and then all of a sudden I started seeing tropics, and there was mammoths, and there was this rainbow civilization. Yeah. And when I said rainbow civilization, like the buildings were like glistening like a rainbow.
Okay,
cool. The other thing I would say too is like I have on our Instagram channel, I have like a bunch of stuff saved. So like I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. So like, let me see here.
Oh no.
Oh, stop sharing that one. Just gonna share it. So like if you ever go to our channel, find the mouse. There we go. I'll save a bunch of stuff, and then I'll go through like different things. So like I have a religion one. So then once you click that, it will take you into like different videos over and over again. And like you could just click next and it's a different one, click next, a different one. And then it's all these different topics and stuff. So like this one's for the Great Reset, this one's for false flags, this one's for illumination or Illuminati. We speak in code here, so that's why And then
Your illumination.
yeah, we got news, higher awareness. We got even wrestling topics, free Masons. 90210. No, I'm just kidding. That was 9/11. So we have a bunch of different things like that. But then what I'll do is I will save them. I'll show you that real fast too. But before I post them, I save them into different topics. So like, for example, this one here is like a bunch of like stuff for Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like all the different topics of Antarctica. So like if you want, this could be like our deep dive, and we could do an episode just on Antarctica. I could just show you a few videos if you're down.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Whatever you guys want to do.
And now a quick word from our sponsors. Hey guys, are you looking for an alcohol alternative? Go to drinkbreeze.com, promo code thank you for 10% off. It's more of like a mood setter. Kind of put you in the mood of feeling calm. You also have that mental clarity, and you have that focus on like alcohol. If you're getting hammered, you could drink a few of these and you'll get more of a relaxed state. You'll keep getting that memory. You'll keep getting that mental clarity, and you'll keep getting that focus. You're not going to have that hangover the next morning, and you're not going to be groggy or feeling like you forgot stuff. Check out drinkbreeze.com and check out some of the flavors that they have. Check out some of the different types that they have. My favorite is the original. It's the Flow. It's lemon elderberry, which their other ones also have lemon elderberry as well. But they have new flavors like watermelon lime, strawberry mango, cherry chamomile, and they have a blueberry lotus. Some of them have THC, and some of them also have CBD with them as well. So make sure you guys pay attention to that, and you aren't getting any that you don't want to have. So just make sure you guys get the ones that you're looking into. Our products are not for use by or sale to persons under the age of 21. All products contain less than 0.3% THC per the Controlled Substances Act. Consult your physician before use if you are pregnant, nursing, have allergies, or are taking any medication. Breeze is a non-alcoholic beverage. However, we use craft extracted flavors from Italian lemons and elderflower, which means there is a trace amount of ethanol in Breeze, less than a bottle of commercial kombucha, which is 0.5% ABV. These products have not been evaluated by the FDA for safety or efficacy. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. And now back to the show. You good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with
Figure like, well, let's just mix it up. And like, so the other thing too, it's like Admiral Byrd. What sucks is like there's a guy named, what is his name? I think his name's AJ from the Y-Files. And
Yeah.
the Y-Files, I feel like they always get stuff really good, and you're like attention to it really well, and then they try to debunk it right at the end. So you're like, the whole time you're like, oh yeah, this is definitely real, and then at the end they try to debunk it, and you're like, dude, just let me have the imagination. Come on, man. Like, I'm trying to have a good time and have fun with these.
So you want to be lied to?
It's not that I want to be lied to, but if I'm getting lied to, let it be a fairy tale that I'm cool with.
Yeah.
You know, Game of Thrones, hey, there's dragons. All right, cool, there's dragons. Like, let me believe that there's dragons. Joe Rogan. So, but yeah, so I'll play this video real quick if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
And I might not even know what they're talking about.
Terrified. Alrighty. The first person to fly over Antarctica, Admiral Richard, and he had this diary. And in this diary, he said that he remembers Antarctica has this mountain having nothing but green grass and a forest. And he found this creature, and it was a huge fucking creature. And the weird thing is that he said that as he got closer, it was a mammoth. Now, how the fuck would a mammoth green grass in Antarctica? And think about this. They basically closed off most, if not damn near all of Antarctica to the public today. So what the fuck were they hiding? This fucking terrified me.
So with that context and stuff too, for TBD, Admiral Byrd was an admiral in the Navy. He was a pilot. And I don't know if it was like was it Operation High Jump or Operation Paperclip?
It was High Jump.
Okay.
Paperclip was bringing the Nazi scientist over during,
after World War II. So, or during World War II. But Admiral Byrd was known as like being a pilot, and then he like was trying to go as far south, I think, as possible. And then he got down to our Antarctica. And then that's when he started flying over certain areas, like went into crevices and stuff.
Yeah.
And like in between these ravines, and he was flying through it, and then it opened up, and it was just all tropical area. So it was almost like Antarctica was like blocked off, or blocking off the rest of other civilizations. And I almost wonder if like that could be like the version of like the Garden of Eden.
I was literally thinking that in my head.
Yeah.
So, and then here's some other videos too. Like they've said that they found like pyramids in Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
Even Buzz Aldrin was scared when he saw this. In 2016, a satellite took a picture of what experts believed to be a huge pyramid. And other than the fact that it was a good 10 times bigger than the Great Pyramid of Giza at 2 kilometers wide, the strange thing about it was that it was found in Antarctica. Now here's where it gets interesting, because upon hearing about this pyramid, Buzz Aldrin assembled a team to explore the pyramid. Unfortunately, he suffered a heart attack during the mission, but the first thing he tweeted after he recovered was a picture of the pyramid in Antarctica, simply saying, "We are all in danger. It is evil itself," before quickly removing it. A close friend of his later revealed that Buzz told him that we thawed out things in the ice we shouldn't have. But the question remains, what did we find that even Buzz Aldrin...
Do you want to touch on any of that at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. Especially that pyramid, man.
Yes.
So I don't know if it's still like there, but I remember like 7 or 8 years ago, when Google Earth was getting like real popular, real big. Everybody was using it, having fun. The game GeoGuessr and stuff like that. That's how a lot of the stuff was found. Somebody was in Antarctica and they saw this giant, massive pyramid. And I don't know if it's still that same one, but it was, like you said, way bigger than the Pyramid of Giza and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, it started getting some attention and stuff like that. And then Google Earth hit it with its signature black square after that, because people were talking about it like, oh man, there's pyramids here. There's no denying, sometimes like you see these structures. Let's take the ones in the pyramids in the Smoky Mountains for an example.
Yeah.
Like either kind of like, oh, it could have been a pyramid, it could not have. No, these were like, without a shadow of a doubt, perfect pyramid. Like you were in Egypt, except it was bigger and covered in snow. And all of a sudden, Google just hit it with a black square. Nope, nothing's there. Our satellites have not taken pictures of there. It's Antarctica. Why would we do that?
Yep.
And, it's kind of hard to make people believe that too, especially because we know they like to give us little clues and stuff in the media. If I remember correctly, Alien versus Predator, they have a whole battle in a pyramid thing in Antarctica. Y'all ever seen The Thing?
The Thing, yes.
Oh, the blob thing?
Yeah. Like the doppelganger shapeshifter alien, and they're at a military base, research base down in Antarctica, and this thing starts shape-shifting into the other people. So it's like the whole, is this person? That all takes place down there. And in the 2011 remake, it starts out by The Thing. They're digging and excavating in the ice, and they thaw the thing out, and it disappears, and then that's how the whole movie starts off, man. So it's like, all right, they're already making movies about all this stuff. There's the whole Antarctica contract with all the nations in the world. There's stuff down there, man.
The treaty, right?
Yeah. Why? So how?
We all agree not to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do we all have wars? Why can we not agree on anything? Except for you can agree to get every nation in the world to agree, hey, we're not going to mess with Antarctica. You can have a couple research stations there, but other than that, no, Antarctica's off limits.
Yep.
And it's just wild.
Now you got me here. Because like in current media, we got like them trying to do the peace treaty with Iran and Israel, and they keep like going back and forth. But like you said, this has been a treaty for how long, and no one, not any country, has ever violated this?
Yeah, and there's so much with just Antarctica. I've heard a few people talking about it recently. So if you look at a bunch of the billionaires and stuff around the world, and you look at all the like major political figures and stuff, one thing that they all have in common is they all have their submarine license. They all own submarines, and they all like to go down to Antarctica.
Jeez. It's Epstein Island, Epstein continent.
Yeah, exactly, man. I don't really think it's the land of the ice and the snow down there. I think it's a little bit, but
yeah.
Who besides some scientist that's hoping to come up with a crazy breakthrough would want to go down there?
Yeah. And I think there was like specific people too. Like I think John Kerry, he was like a senator, congressman, something like that.
I think so.
Anyway, he's like a political guy. I know him, but I don't know him. But anyways, I think he ran against Bush after. I think he ran against Bush's second term.
Okay.
And then and lost. He was. Anyways, he talked about, or he goes down there, I think quite a bit, and then I think even Hillary Clinton went down there a few times too.
Yep.
You always have different political figures. Like, why do you need to go down there? Like, what's the point of that? If you're saying that there's nothing there,
that's where the clones are made.
You know?
Gotta get them on ice.
Facility.
I don't know.
Have some place where people are banned.
You got to keep those people on ice. Might as well have a lot of it, right?
Exactly.
So, jeez. And then I got some other, and I guess we're doing the deep dive already. I mean, I don't know. Don't matter to me.
Cold plunge.
Yeah, cold plunge. I'll play some more videos if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Let's see how this one goes. Why can't I see the mouse? All right, there we go.
In his diary, which was discovered by his son after his death, Admiral Byrd tells an extraordinary story.
Admiral Byrd heard there was an entrance to the center of the Earth through the South Pole. And he took planes into the South, under the South Pole. And when he did that, he discovered that as he flew over the pole, suddenly he's looking at things that shouldn't be there. His squadron flew under the Earth, into the Earth.
It turns into this lush and green area, and he can't even believe his eyes. But that's just the beginning of his extraordinary story. He tells how all of a sudden he starts to see a shimmering rainbow city that's made of crystal. His airplane is taken control of when he suddenly sees these flying disc-shaped objects around them that lead him to the ground. Whereupon he's escorted into a cavernous type of an area where he meets a being he refers to as the Master in his diary. The Master tells him that they're highly disappointed in what humans are doing with nuclear weapons, how they recently destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and they really are concerned about what is going on the surface of the planet. They tell Admiral Byrd that they hope that humanity will ultimately stop this. In his diary, which was discovered.
Does that kind of look like the documentary you watched?
No. Like I said, like the one that I watched looked like somebody made it in their basement. Like real, like clunky, like early 2000s CGI. Like the perfect example, The Mummy 2 with the Rock CGI. That kind of CGI.
Gotcha.
One of the things that this reminded me of, and I feel dumb that I didn't bring it up when I was bringing up all these movies. I don't know if you guys are into the monster movies like King Kong and Godzilla, but the whole focal points, man, of the new movies is Hollow Earth.
Yes.
And how does King Kong, how does Godzilla get to Hollow Earth? Through these wormholes, through these holes in the earth, and they just rip down them. Kind of as of like what Admiral Byrd mentioned. I remember in King Kong versus Godzilla, the first one before this newest one, they go down to Antarctica, and Kong's like, "Hey, it's time to go," and he jumps down that thing, and it's exactly like Admiral Byrd describes it, man. It's like cave and stuff, then all of a sudden it starts getting lush and green, and boom, there's this whole new world within the world.
Jeez.
Yep.
Now, I wonder, Agartha, that sounds like a bad
acronym.
No, like sounds like Garth Brooks. No, Agartha sounds like a guy that King Kong, or not King Kong, but yeah, I guess King Kong and Godzilla might have fought.
Because Mothra.
Yeah,
that's where
Godzilla's side piece.
Yeah.
But I just thought of something. Remember we did that episode about Nephilim, and some people believe that some Nephilim were still here, and some people believe Nephilim are aliens. And remember how he was saying it was a crystal city, and there were disc-shaped objects, and then like he couldn't control the plane, and he drew them in.
Yeah.
So Hollow Earth could be where Nephilim are, where they reside on the planet, and he just happened to fly. And we had talked about like the Nephilim influencing culture and how they set themselves up as like deities, and like that's where like the Egyptian, the Norse gods could have came from,
or the myth. The Greek myth.
Go
ahead.
Go ahead. You're good. I
was going to say that even in that video you showed, they said they were like disappointed in what we were doing up here.
Yeah.
And so like they've influenced our culture and wanted to go a certain way, and then they left us alone and went back to their little, I don't know if you want to call it plane of existence in Hollow Earth. And then somebody comes along and they've been keeping an eye on us. And I don't know, it's just kind of something I put together from what we talked about and then just watching that.
And I can add on to that with the Nephilim and stuff, and the Nephilim being aliens and the UFOs. So I like to whip out my handy dandy Bible to Job 6. Job 7. The Lord said to Satan, "Where have you come from?" Satan answered the Lord, "From roaming through the earth and going back and forth in it."
Whoa.
So hell isn't that far away.
Dang.
I hate to say that.
He ain't in hell yet.
Cheers.
Wow.
He ain't been cast down there yet. His anointed time to go to hell has not come yet. Wow. So he is wandering through the earth.
And hell could be like Stranger Things, where it's upside down.
Which, because he was talking about Godzilla, when they go through when they go through the Hollow Earth, they fall at first, and then everything kind of like inverts, and they go from like falling, and then everything like
flying upward.
Yeah,
they get to China that way. They jump up like Rey Mysterio out the sky.
Oh, and because you said my handy dandy notebook, we just read a scripture.
And that is copyright, and we're gonna have to edit that out. I'm just kidding.
Hey, you changed enough of the lyrics.
Yeah.
And it wasn't above 30 seconds, so you're cash money.
Yes.
No, your copyright laws, everybody.
Yeah. Man, that's very interesting though. Like, what if Hollow Earth is the place where, like, let's just say the devil dwells, right? Or Satan dwells. What if that's the place where he's offering all of these elites a version of heaven while being here? Like,
and that's why they're going down there. Because you both were just saying that, like, there's no reason to go down there, and Hillary has been down there, and this person's been down there.
Yeah.
And so they're going down there to make the bargains to stay in power. I'm just putting that out there.
Hey, I like that. I like that a lot.
Dude, we couldn't have got to that notion if we didn't even have you on tonight. And you pulled out that scripture. I'm like, wait a minute, what's that?
We were so worried about what we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, there, thank you.
Yeah. We always sometimes, well, not always, well, yeah, sometimes we bite some a wrestler's theme whenever he comes out to the ring, and he goes, "So what do you guys want to talk about?" So sometimes on the podcast, and then we're like, "I don't know, let's just wing it," and then we wing it, and then it turns into something like this, and we're like, "It's so profound. I feel so much smarter now."
Well, I
Thank
have
you.
a question kind of on the same topic. Okay, so Antarctica is where they're going, and let's say that's where all the evil people are. Well, on the opposite side, have either of you heard of anybody going the opposite way and finding anything like that?
So
In the North Pole?
Admiral Byrd saw the Rainbow City in the North Pole. The Rainbow City was on the North Pole. His first expedition before Operation High Jump.
Okay.
They got the let's go for Operation High Jump because he's seen all this stuff on the North Pole. What's going to happen on the South Pole? We have not heard hardly anything from the South Pole besides a possible account that he saw the Leviathan.
What? So when he was saying like the Crystal City and the disc and the mammoth, that was all in the North Pole.
That was in the North Pole.
Oh, I was thinking that was all in Antarctica.
That's what I was thinking too.
The dude in the video did not do a very good job of describing it. So that's like that's what I thought. And then when I did an episode on it with my buddy, I did a little bit of extra research and stuff into it, and I was like, oh, this is the North Pole. Okay, what happened in the South Pole? Well, not a lot of information came back from the South Pole. I mean, there's some military video and stuff like that. They made a whole special, they made this wild tank thing. They say just to get through the geography there, that was tough. I think it's because they knew something was down there and they're scared. Dude, this thing is a land fortress that they built. Okay. To rip through and get out quick. That's why I think they built this thing.
So I have another question. So the South Pole, Antarctica, the one where no one can go except for these high-powered people, but no one ever thought to check where he went, where this Crystal City is, where this paradise may be. Because if I hear about a paradise, like a tropical place with creatures of the past that are supposed to be extinct, I would want to go there. But instead, they go the opposite direction. They find something and they go, we're going to keep this to ourselves and ban everyone else from here. That raises some questions right there.
What if the North Pole is the Earth's mouth? And you know how much symbolism in gay the evil people are. Maybe they're like, we'll go through the Earth's butthole if we get to the same treasure.
I knew that's where you were going.
Sorry.
Well, we could look at it like this too, is because he talks about talking to the master and he's displeased and stuff. So maybe they knew, because if you got things with flying saucers in a freaking Crystal City and stuff like that, and they can control your planes, I don't care if these elites and stuff, they know when they're met their match. So they're probably thinking, all right, we're going to get smoked if we go back up north. They're already ripping the planes out the sky and stuff like that. They're already pissed off at us for what we're doing. Mm-hmm. Let's go hang out at the South Pole. Maybe the Southern tribe or something of them is going to be a lot cooler. Because, I mean, we got some awesome technology, and I know the government, like what we have out right now is nowhere even close to what we actually have, like militarily speaking. But I don't think it's anywhere close to ripping planes out of the sky exactly as they are and moving them and stuff. I don't know about you, but I ain't never seen a Crystal City.
No.
So I think that was a one and done kind of deal right there. And they're just, maybe they made good with the people down south. Maybe Hollow Earth's got wars against each other too. You got the northern, you got your northern world and your southern world.
Yeah.
Fire Nation versus Air Nation.
I was going to say
exactly.
I was going to say the Union versus the
I know what side I'm on.
Yeah, the inside. No,
hope so, my.
Oh, yeah, so am I. I wish. Well, you care if I show you a couple more videos? See what we got going.
Let's go.
All right.
This is fun.
Oh no! Wrong
screen.
Wrong screen.
This will clear up all misconceptions about Antarctica. Watch until end. Antarctica is an ice wall containing the oceans of our known world, like the edge of a giant lake. All large bodies of water require containment, otherwise they will disperse. It's basic science. However, just like any other lake, there is always more land encompassing it. This is why all independent exploration is completely off limits, and all permitted explorations are heavily restricted. They don't want anybody leaving this giant tax plantation. That's why they pretend resources are scarce and keep us imprisoned with the Antarctic Treaty. Why else would all the countries who have signed the treaty be fighting each other over resources but agree to protect them in Antarctica? You have to pay a lot to apply for a permit just to visit a restricted, guided, and designated area. The majority of applications get instantly rejected. And the ones that get accepted are already involved in government-funded projects, and the people who work there are kept like prisoners. There's a guy called Jarl Andy who is a Norwegian explorer. He's been there a few times without permission, but has been caught by the military and escorted back every time. He mysteriously lost crew members and his boat one time, and the military will not release the radio conversations between them and Jarl's crew. This will clear up all misconceptions.
Okay.
And then,
while you're looking for that next video, have either one of you seen the movie The Gorge?
No.
It's a movie on well, I don't think it's on Amazon Prime. I think it's Apple. But the premise of the movie, because we've been talking about how there's the treaty from all the countries from Antarctica, they don't really say what country anybody's from, but there's a treaty from this side and that side, and there's this giant gorge, this like crevice that like one side has this person that guards and another side has this person that guards, and they have all these weapons and machines that are to keep creatures from the gorge from like coming up to the normal world. And I'm only saying that to say like how in that video he was just saying there's all these resources we're fighting over, but it seems to be unlimited resources there, and they all have this treaty and they have to get permits to go there and do research. Like again, that could lead to like there's something powerful or worth a lot there that they don't want to share with everybody else, so they come with this treaty to protect it. Or in the case of like how we were saying Nephilim or the devil is there, like they know something dangerous is there and they don't want the general public going there to bring it out here. Do you guys think that could be something like a case there?
Oh, 100%. I like that actually a lot. I'm gonna have to check out that movie too, because, well, even going back to that video, how they're like, oh, it keeps things contained and there's always land. Going back to what I was talking about with the apple earth, you know, it's got that, you always got that green part of the stem that kind of surrounds the center before you can kind of get into it. So that's what the ice caps could be in my eyes. And
yes,
I do think, though obviously there's creatures and stuff in there, you know, maybe the intelligent species are, you know, cool with us and we can communicate treaties and stuff with them. But like you said, man, these things could be, these monsters, these demons and stuff could be pouring out of there, and they're all trying to stop and keep everybody away. Because, you know, if this is just kind of, if a demon or something was to come out, or, you know, Satan was to come out and people were to see all this stuff in hell, then it's undeniable that Christianity is the one true religion and stuff like that. That causes a whole bunch of conflict. And then with that being said, they can't control us, because if everybody knows that Christianity is real and that Christ is the King of Kings above all else, then
what are some of these other countries fighting about?
Exactly. Well, you got world peace. There's no longer a need for rulers, because in laws, because we have all our rules and laws right here.
Yes.
And we have our supreme leader being God himself. And if everybody's on the same page, there's not a need for everything else. We don't need a government body. So I don't know.
I'm in 100% agreement with that, because like, think about how, again, Israel, Iran, it's like land differences, political differences, religious differences. Think about how many wars throughout history have been fought in the name of God or this religion and that religion. But if we like, oh, like, you don't need all those different religions. We prove that like a God is real. All the stuff we read in the Bible are real. Like you said, there's no need for all these different countries to war with each other. They can make peace. But then the world leaders that like keep us at each other's throats. Because we say all the time, like in the media, like sometimes they make it black versus white. They make it legal citizens versus illegal citizens. They make it this country versus that country. So we're all God's children. We don't need to fight about skin color, religion, who came from where. We can all just, it'd be a utopia.
Yeah.
But then with the people in power, stay in power. Because that's one of the reasons some people, you know, they want to be a politician, senator, help people, but other ones, they just want to amass what they can for themselves under the guise of helping. But how can you do that if everybody is like working as a united front? Instead of money, we go back to the barter system. You know, people growing and sharing and like helping this neighbor, but like, oh no, I need this much compensation, or like, no, I need to have more than you to prove I'm better than you. We're all equal, and we'll just help each other equally.
Yeah, that's a good point for sure.
Hey man, that was a lot right there. That's good. That's something people can ponder on for a second, you know.
Yes.
I guess it really is stupid, the things that we fight about. It really is. And I'll be the first to admit, you know, they've gotten me riled up about things I shouldn't have been riled up about. They got me fighting for things that I did not need to be fighting about. But it sounds like we've all stepped into a calling of a job to put an end to that one episode at a time.
Yeah. Man. And then I got one more video, and then I wanted to show you guys a trailer for a movie. Or I mean, not a movie, a show. It kind of pertains to Hollow Earth. But not quite Hollow Earth, but Hollow Earth. Let me see here. I'm gonna do this. All right, I'm gonna do one more video. I think I was gonna do this one.
Are you on the right screen?
Nope. Yeah, I was.
Can we go into Antarctica?
Okay.
Have you been to Antarctica?
Yes.
Have you been in the areas that people think are closed?
Yeah, of course.
There are individuals who speak about this idea of inner Earth, hollow Earth, entrances of the North and the South Pole. Admiral Wickenburg in 1954 was famous for flying over one of the poles and saying, well, wait a second, suddenly I found myself in this lush green landscape when a second ago I was in ice.
I don't know about green. Never saw green anywhere. But once you go in, it's more of a tunnel than an entrance. You refer to it as the black hole. One in the north, one in the south. When you go in, it's really dark. It's really black. Eventually you just get some light. You can travel from one side to another. It's not like rock. There's water there. There's life there. Not humans. There's life of, I would call it, insects. I didn't see any humans there except down the South Pole, where you actually have bases and you have people there.
Can we go into Antarctica?
Okay.
Have you been to Antarctica?
So there's that one, and then I'll remove that.
So when they went to the north, he said there was no humans, just insect life forms when they went through the tunnel. Did I hear that correctly?
I think you're right. Yeah.
All right, and then I'm gonna play a trailer real fast.
I told you about this.
You told me about this? Did you watch it?
Yes, this is the one on Hulu.
Yeah. But I don't know if Riley's heard about this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
or our listeners, our two of them, Jack. I don't know if Jack heard about this or my parents. So our listeners are usually Jack and my parents. So then I found out my parents don't really listen, but I like to throw them under the bus and make them listen. So, all right. So here's this trailer. If I can get a green screen. All right. So just to give you some context of it too. This is a show on Hulu. It might be a little bit of a spoiler, just because, but it's the trailer, so it's like you're gonna get an idea of what it's about. But this guy here is the Secret Service for the president, and then I'll play this. If hopefully this gives us context, but if not, then I can fill you in. Have you ever seen this show at all? Okay. All right, I'll play this real quick.
For the record, your name is Xavier Collins, correct?
Yes.
You have 2 children, James and Presley.
Yes.
When did you last see Cal Bradford alive?
I walked the president to his room when he turned in at 22:04.
You don't approve?
Those things will kill you.
Yeah. Well, they can get in line.
When did you discover the body?
I knocked on the door at 8:01. That's when I found him lying next to his bed.
You were the last person to see Cal alive. Did you kill him?
No.
Agent Collins, you're about to be entrusted with top secret national security information. The president has cleared you at the highest level.
You're gonna want to hear this.
Xavier, is a part of you happy that Cal is dead?
No. Like, okay, that gives me zero context. I think this one might give more. But anyway, I don't want to take too much of your time. Yeah, to throw that off for no reason. I'm like, what in the world? And now a quick word from our sponsors. Hey guys, you got to go check out carnivoresnax.com. Use promo code carnivoresnax.com/SpeakInCOAD for 15% off your first order. Man, this stuff is great. If you are looking for a beef jerky alternate, something with less ingredients than freaking 30, you got to check out Carnivor Snax. They have 2 ingredients. It's usually beef and salt. Their best sellers are ribeye and brisket. My personal favorite is the brisket and the New York strip, but you could get ribeye, you can get brisket, you could get skirt steak, which I intend on trying next, New York strip, ribeye sliders, bison sliders, ancestral bison sliders, Wagyu brisket, Wagyu bottom round, lamb shoulder, Carnivor Snax. You can get a Carnivor Snax gift card, pork loin, bison brisket, beef sliders, and lamb sliders. And if you do like a big order, sometimes they'll even ask you if you want to add an additional thing. The last one I got was fat tips or something like that. It was like the ribeye, but it was like chopped up into smaller pieces, but they were almost clumps. Great flavor. I love this product so much. I reached out to them to see if they can actually hook us up with a promo code for our listeners, and they did. So when you go to carnivoresnax.com, it's carnivore, and then snacks is SNAX.com, and use promo code SpeakInCOAD, SpeakInCOAD. Tell them the Conspiracy of a Dead Man sent you, and the SpeakInCOAD podcast crew sent you. It's different than beef jerky. Beef jerky is sometimes tough to bite, tough to chew. Your jaw muscles are going to get too tired from chewing some jerkies. This one, it pretty much can crumble in your mouth depending on which brand you get or which style you get. I love the flavor. The fat caps on some of the meat are so good that I wish they actually made this into a chapstick flavor. Afterwards, my lips are so moist and juicy. and shiny. I don't even need chapstick after eating one of these things. And I feel like it's made my skin look better. My hair's growing back a little thicker. So definitely check this brand out. I know you guys will love it. Also go to carnivorsnax.com and use promo code SpeakInCOAD. And now back to the show.
Yeah, I saw snow.
Yeah. It wasn't quite Agartha, but nah, I'm just kidding. But it is some sort of context with like government cover up. Secret Service is like the guy that's protecting the president. The president dies under their watch, and they're trying to find out what happened. But there's a turn of events that's like, wait, what? Like, how did that happen? Like, I wasn't expecting this at all, kind of thing. So I don't want to give any spoilers on it. I thought it was going to give a little bit of a hint, but it didn't at all.
No, it didn't. Because I know what you wanted to get at.
Yeah.
It kind of fits with like secret places and all of that.
Yeah. Different locations of some sort, I guess.
Which makes sense because like we go with current events. I can't remember if she was a senator or part of the defense, and she did that post about like us possibly going in World War III, and she said, of course, like all these powerful people aren't worried because they have these like hidden bunkers.
Yeah.
And we were talking again about all these countries having a treaty. Could there be? But they're like, well, if something does happen and we break out in war and destroy the land we live now, us high and mighty and our few chosen can come here until whatever fallout or whatever damage is over. Or even if it's not going to be over, at least we can come here and we know we can thrive and survive and start anew from this place.
Yeah. That's where I was getting at.
All right, I'll have to give it. It's out on Hulu.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
It's only one season, I think.
Right
10
now.
episodes.
Oh yeah.
I think they'll do another. I hope they'll do another season.
I they got to. They left it on the cliffhanger.
Spoiler alert! Don't call nobody.
I'll give it a check out. It'll be the next thing on my list.
For sure. No, but I definitely recommend it. It's cool. And if you watch it, maybe we'll have you on again, and we'll be like, oh, we could talk on that topic specifically too.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. I'll check it out.
It could be a part 2. But the other thing too, man, we do a segment called Conspiracy Theory Trivia. Yeah, so we get to play.
Well, he says you get to play, good sir.
Yeah, me and you will play.
Your host, Theodore D. Dynamite, will ask you several questions of there's different topics. You know, there's random, there's alien, there's tech, there's projects,
there's mythos.
There's schemes.
Yeah.
And I picked 5 random cards. I tried to get one from like each, but I don't know if I actually did.
And then you get a T4D TD. I forgot about that too.
A T for DD. Of course I do. Like what do you take me for?
Well, we can have you pull it up before like we do the exit and stuff too. Oh, you pulled it up. Cole, he's already got one. He's ahead of the game.
Thumbs in the west. Wait, are we? We're to the east, right?
Yeah. Fastest thumbs in the Midwest.
Yep. These are multiple choice questions, good sir.
Yes. A through B and C and D.
2 choices.
Through 7.
Let's see, like, who's got the most right?
Out of all of us?
Well, between us and other guests we've asked these questions to, who's got the most right?
I feel like Chente does really good on this.
Yeah, he does. One day you'll get to meet him.
Yeah, Chente
not
and Frank
imaginary.
are our other guest hosts, or our other hosts, not guest hosts. There's 4 of us total on our show. So, but usually it's like one of us. I think I've been in every episode.
You got to. You're pro.
I'm the one that has the account. Yeah,
the mastermind behind it all. So like, you can't have SpeakInCOAD without code.
Yeah, it might just be speaking in.
Speaking in. Okay, so the first question is of a random variety. Should I move it down more? Okay. MSS, The supplement that the Genesis 2 Church claims can cure almost any sickness or disease uses what as the prime active ingredient? A, arsenic. B, industrial bleach. C, vitamin B12. Or D, happy thoughts.
Wait, could you say that all again? What was the topic?
Oh, the topic is random.
Okay, it's random. And then SS?
The question is MMS, supplement that the Genesis 2 Church claims can cure almost any sickness or disease. Uses what as the prime active ingredient? A, arsenic. B, industrial bleach. C, vitamin B12. Or D, happy thoughts.
Do we buzz in?
Yeah, go ahead. No, like you give your answer, I'll give my answer, and then we'll find out.
All right.
I'm not looking. I probably.
I feel like it's B or D. I'm gonna just say D. It sounds like something like that. D.
Happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts.
Yeah. What's C?
C is vitamin B12.
I'll go with C, just to be different.
I hate to tell you, you're both wrong. It was actually B, industrial bleach.
Ah.
Whoa.
Trust me, when I read this and saw that, I'm like,
is that the butthole bleach, dude? The bleach enema? Is that where he's from?
I don't know. It just says industrial bleach, and then
don't Google it. No,
we might have to Google it later off there.
Yeah, there's a whole dude that swears by bleach enemas can cure cancer and stuff like that.
But we have a what's it called too? There's a
QR code. I forgot about that.
Oh, it's blue. I ain't gonna be able to scan that. I ain't got a great resolution on my monitor.
I've got great vision. Let me see.
Okay, the next question, the category is aliens. So, I'm glad you overcame your fear before I got asked this question.
Oh my god.
Well, he said it was.
I know, but like, this is I checked the QR code.
Yo, that's horrible.
It is all right. It is that.
It's a cures everything.
It's the butthole. It's the bleach butt enemas.
Wouldn't that kill a person though?
I would think.
No,
you're not supposed.
The dude broke it down. Our body naturally has a certain amount of chlorine in it, and if for some reason if it goes through our rectum and stuff, you're not like doing a ton, but it absorbs the chlorine because apparently our body needs a certain amount of chlorine. And dude, I listened to a whole 3 hours of this dude talking about it.
TED Talk.
When they were saying drink bleach for COVID,
no.
Instead, they meant enema bleach.
I think that was taken so far out of context.
I know, but
and people
according to this though, if they did the bleach enema, that might have worked. He just told us to put it in the wrong end.
That's Genesis 2 Church. I don't even know what that is.
It sounds like some of them cult doomsday churches.
Oh,
it's a subsect of Scientology.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's what it sounds like when you're doing bleach enemas. While he looks that up, we're gonna talk about some aliens.
All right, they do robotic enemas.
Oh, you know what? That's why you have to sleep with the butt plug in, because some other alien has been here already. We have to put this one back. Don't ask me where I came from. Okay, what principle, according to the 1981 interview with the Spirit of Ra, dictates that all people in the galaxy must basically look like humans? A, the law of one. B, the Star Trek directive. C, the convergence of being. Or D, the principle of unity.
I've heard about. I'm going with A, the law of one.
I'm gonna go with D.
The principle of unity?
Yeah.
It is, in fact, the law of one.
Ooh. So you got one.
Woo!
The Genesis 2 one, it does look like that was like the bleach for COVID.
I wasn't wrong.
Leader of Genesis 2 Church of Health and Healing, who sold toxic bleach as fake miracle cure for COVID-19 and other serious diseases, guilty of conspiracy to defraud the United States government. It was a Florida guy.
So even when I'm wrong, I was right. Because even though I was wrong, I could have been right.
You were right.
You're right.
I didn't think that these questions were that, like, I thought these questions were all from, like, I thought this game was created before 2020. I didn't know that they were getting live information.
Well, I got it from one of the smaller boxes, so these may be newer, up-to-date questions. I didn't go from the big box. I got it from one of these two. So they could be, newer and on topic.
Cool. That one was aliens.
Yep. We are now into schemes, like Keenan and Kel, scheming and plotting. Okay. Okay. Reporter Dorothy Killigan, if I pronounced that right, was allegedly murdered because of her investigation into what event? A, the JFK assassination. B, the moon landing. D, the death of Princess Diana. That's C, the death of Princess Diana. And D, the Clinton body count. Those are all very good.
Yeah,
they are. Can you say her name one more time?
Dorothy Killigan. I may be pronouncing it wrong. Kilgallen.
All right. I'm going with the Clintons. So D.
The body count.
Man.
Okay.
I almost said JFK, but I'm going to go with Princess Diana. Just so it's different.
Why can't you stick to your intuition?
Oh.
It was, in fact, the JFK assassination.
Oh.
See what happens when you second guess yourself?
I know. I should have just said, hey, you were there. I usually pick C for everything, and I'm always wrong.
We are now on tech, which we are not very suave in it sometimes. But
and this is the fourth question.
Yes, this is the fourth
question. So people listening, you can play along.
Okay.
We always forget to say that part.
Yeah, I do, don't I?
I just forget about it in general.
The machine used by the Canadian government in the 1960s to identify gay men was commonly referred to as what? I'm trying not to laugh.
This
is tech.
Oh, tech. Oh,
yeah.
Really?
I didn't know that they made a machine to identify gay people. So this is like mind-blowing to me. And in the 60s?
That's an alien probe.
I will repeat for our listeners. The machine used by the Canadian government in the 1960s to identify gay men was commonly referred to as what? A, the Fabulon detector. B, the heterometer. C, the fruit machine. And D, the homosentient.
Oh,
homosentient. Well, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Gay sentient.
Gay sentient.
The fruit or gay? That's my answers.
My mind went, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, really.
Okay, that's fine.
I think I'm gonna go with D on that one.
I'm gonna just go with B.
Wait, you're gonna go with D on the gay question?
Yeah, the homosentient.
You don't go. You're gonna go with the D.
Oh.
Oh, come on! No one gets my humor.
And you're going with B?
Yeah, I'm going with B.
Okay.
Sadly, it is C, the fruit machine.
Oh, I almost picked the fruit machine.
I thought Canada was better than this. They have a gay machine, a gay detector that they call the fruit machine. Come on. They couldn't have been more creative.
They have assisted suicide pods.
They could have just said, I thought Gaydar was going to be one of them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that made more sense. Only on Mondays and Fridays, and that's some Muslims.
Oh, and Thursday. It's like a Middle Eastern thing.
Okay, and this last one just happens to be your namesake, Mythos. Mythos.
It's said many ways.
Yeah. Midwest.
Midwest.
Mythos is the category. What is the largest number of people that vanished in a single incident in the Bermuda Triangle? A, 23. B, 89. C, 309. D, 1,278.
I'm gonna say 89. B.
I'm gonna go with D, just because I feel like cruise liner went missing. D. Final answer.
I didn't know how big a cruise liner was. I was thinking 89. Or plane.
But he was wrong. You were wrong. But he was close because a cruise liner could hold 309 people, which is the correct answer.
Dang, 1 for 5.
We did one versus one, or one each. Yeah.
So it's a tie. You lovely gentlemen win nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, but I'm not a Fed. If this proves anything, I'm not a Fed.
You'll get a cup in the mail full of nonsense stuff.
Woo!
Yeah. Thanks for playing.
It was my honor. Thanks for having me play.
Oh.
All right, and then
these are some of the better questions that we've had.
Yeah, I don't remember ever hearing those ones.
Again,
sometimes we'll double them up. We're like, oh, I know that one.
Yeah, I got those ones from the travel edition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we also do. I bought that book for something. Oh. Never mind.
Okay.
That's something else.
Gotcha.
I was like, where did I get that? I don't have time to read that book.
We are easily distracted.
Yes.
Good. You good?
All right, and then we do another segment where we were gonna start a new one.
What's that?
You were gonna mention a certain conspiracy and just ask if we've heard anything about it, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Give the audience, give the listeners, give our guests. If we're gonna be like, have you ever heard of this conspiracy? It's kind of about this, and this, and just leave it out there. We're throwing it out there. We're not deep diving into anything. We're just, you do your own research. We're just letting you do your own research, or letting you hey, you ever heard of this thing? This is what I heard it's about, and then it's just boom, that's it. Remember, it was like a message.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot, and I don't have one to throw out there. Do you?
Yes, you do. Dag nabbit. It was like a picture. I sent it to you on Instagram. Let me see if I can find it. I just don't know if I sent it to you or TBD.
Same person.
Send you so much crap. Sorry. I thought you sent it to me. You sent it to me from a different channel, I think.
Possibly.
Sorry.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, please bear with us. And then I'll make a song about Antarctica.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I think I have one already, but I'm gonna make it sound better. I'm gonna run it through.
Should we let the people know about the album?
The album? Yeah, you want to?
I can't remember the name. Wait, Shadow Drops.
Shadow Drops.
It's an album of what? Most of it is rap. I think there's a couple rock.
No.
Well, it's an all rap album about conspiracies.
Yes. So like right now we're doing one album, It is like 90s to 2000s New York style hip hop. So like we'll do one song that's kind of like Wu-Tang Clan, and it's conspiracy related, or we'll have a song that sounds like Nas, but it's conspiracy related, or
isn't there a Buster one too?
That Busta Rhymes, yeah. Like we have somebody similar. There was, I don't send that many things to TBD. What the world?
You do send a lot.
So that book, by the way, was from what is her name? Gypsy Soul. I can't remember her name. Ginny. She told me about her friend, so I bought his book.
Okay.
That's what that book was from. Man, where the heck is this? How do I not have any messages? Sorry, I'm gonna edit all of this out.
You're good.
Oh, here we go. TBD. And then I'll have you read it. We're like, oh, what's this? I remember.
Was it a read or was it a video?
No, it was just a read. You were like, you're like, have you ever heard of this? I'm like, no. And then, dude, I swear, if you send it to my personal email or my personal Instagram, I'd be so mad. Probably was.
Do you remember what the picture looked like?
It was just like 4 different things, I thought.
Okay.
But I might be wrong.
Was it 4 slices of pizza?
Yeah. Sorry.
Just so everyone knows, I like my pizza overcooked and consenting.
Oh.
Me too. Oh, wait. Well done.
Well, yes.
Dag nabbit.
His spirit animal is Yosemite Sam.
Yeah. AKA Yosemite Samuel.
Nice. That's a good one to have.
Alright, it's not that one. I got one more option and I'm looking. Watch, they probably deleted it and I'm just SOL.
That's why you can't find it?
Yeah.
That hasn't happened to us in a while, though.
Nah, not for a minute. Dude. Wow, I don't have it. It must have been the other one.
How about you, Ryley? Do you have any conspiracies that are not well known that you want to like throw out into the ether to let people marinate on?
I'm trying to think of one. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I've been so deep in the cryptids lately that I've kind of put conspiracies on the back burner.
Yeah, we were gonna do a segment too. It was like projects and operations, and just throw out a random project or a random operation and stuff. So that way, it's like you guys do your own research. It's CIA's got it backed up and stuff. I'll do one real fast for it. Sorry,
it's okay.
Do this.
Sorry, I didn't have one off the dome.
No,
neither did we.
Yeah. Forgot where it was.
This whole podcast has been off the dome though, so
yeah.
Hey, this has been a blast so far. This is probably the funnest time I've had as a guest on the show.
Oh, dude, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh,
we try.
This is a lot of fun.
There we go. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna find a project or operation and we'll just run with it.
I don't know if that'll work. We're sitting.
Oh,
like running. Oh,
here you go.
What is
Project Bluebird, Project Bluebeam, Project Evergreen, Project Artichoke, Project MK Ultra, MK Naomi, Project Monarch, Operation Chaos, Operation Gladio, Operation Mockingbird, Operation Paperclip, Operation Northwoods, Operation Ranch Hand. Operation Gladio is actually an operation where they were like, I think they were doing car bombs in Italy.
What?
They were trying to. It's interesting. It was like they were trying to push like a socialist regime there, and they were like, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna bomb these people and make it seem like it's the socialists that are actually doing it after World War II. So like after Mussolini was killed, they were like very socialist. They were like, we don't want anything to do with Hitler. We don't want anything to do with Mussolini. We hated him so much. But they had like a socialist or communist party there. And what they ended up doing was they started bombing all these different people using car bombs to make it seem like the Socialist Party was doing it, but they were the peaceful party. They weren't doing it at all. So there's that one. And then Ultra, Deep State. There's a bunch of them. And then I'll do one more. Project Blue Moon is kind of like self-explanatory. This one's called Project Sunstreak.
Because I thought it was fake until I went on.
There's an experiment that took place in the 60s. You get a stranger to murder.
I want to talk about Project Sunstreak because I thought it was fake until I went on the CIA.gov and found it, and I was like, what am I looking at? On December 5th, 1988, this one man was to find the Ark of the Covenant, and what he saw was bone chilling. And I have the document right here.
Directly from .gov.
This is what he said about the Ark of the Covenant. Target is in a container and is decorated with seraphims. Target is located somewhere in the Middle East as the language spoken by individuals seem to be Arabic. The target is hidden underground. It has something to do with ceremony, memory, and the resurrection.
What?
There is an aspect of spirituality, lessons, and historical knowledge far beyond what we know. The target is protected by entities.
What?
This container cannot be opened until the time is deemed correct. Individuals opening the container by prying or striking are destroyed by the container's protectors through the use of a power unknown to us. That is a CIA document.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard, dude. Entities?
It's protected by entities.
You're saying that this person acquired this knowledge through using one of those, like basically like beaming of a visual?
Psychoenergetics is what it's called. Remote viewing. The ability to describe remote areas, ability to influence physical or biological systems via undefined physical mechanisms.
It's Stranger Things for real.
That's insane.
I hate that. But these were actual programs the CIA was running. It's not like
for years
they learned about it and they're just putting it in there for archive purposes. Like they were doing this. They were the ones running it.
The conspiracy is that the CIA went and apprehended the Ark of the Covenant.
That's a crazy story, dude.
I want to talk about Project Sunstreak.
Interesting, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of one of the segments that we want to run with, is like just throw out a conspiracy that nobody really knows about, or that's well known to us, but it's not really a conspiracy. It's the CIA did it. You can find it on their website. That's the crazy part, and that's my biggest portion with the entire part of conspiracies. There's so much stuff that the regular normal people don't know, and then when you tell somebody, hey, this is what's actually going on, they go, what are you, some sort of conspiracy theorist? You're like, no, the CIA actually did this. But then they're going to be like, oh, there's no way they would do that. And then you go, okay, you win, thanks. Thank you, sir, may I have another? And then you just bend over and you get a bleach enema right up the butthole. Sorry. And then we do another segment too. So that's one of them that I think we want to start running with and just like throw it out there. Just
I'm gonna be looking into that too.
Yeah, and it's more than likely, more or less, it's we're gonna throw conspiracies out there and we're throwing them up against the wall, seeing if they stick, but stick for the listener. You know, like it has nothing to do with us. We may turn into one of those episodes some other time and like do deep dives and look more into those. But
because I got thoughts and opinions on that one, that might be a good episode.
Yeah. And then our last segment that we normally do is the thought for the day. That is TBD's thought for the day, aka T4TDs.
Well, ladies and gentlemen and good listeners, we'd like to thank you for coming and listening to us again. And we just want to leave you with some parting knowledge to use in your everyday adventures. So the thought of the day for today is, even when we don't understand our situation, we can rest in the fact that God can use all things together for our good.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And then let's see what else. Yeah. And then we also have where the heck is it? I'm trying to close it out. Project operation. Just wanted to let you plug your stuff again too, Ryley. Thank you, dude, so much again for coming on.
Yes.
Let us know where people can find you. I got some of your stuff up right now.
Sweet. So, you guys, you can find me anywhere that you can listen to your podcast. Every Tuesday, I drop an episode at midnight Central Time. New episode drops out on all podcast platforms. And then every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, I do a live premiere of the episode where me and some awesome people come and we just talk in the chat while the episode's playing. 95% of the time, we don't even talk about the episode. We get on some other side tangent. It gets pretty fun. But yeah, you can check me out on YouTube at Midwest Mythos Podcast. Anywhere else, you can just type in Midwest Mythos. Instagram at Midwest Mythos. If you want to get a hold of me, Instagram is the place to go. I usually get back to everybody fairly quickly. And if you really want to, I have a link tree right there in the bio on the Instagram, and it's also on the YouTube. Boom, you can find everything. YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify. If you use like Podguru, Podbean, and all that stuff, I don't put the links to that stuff in there. But all you gotta do is type in Midwest Mythos and you'll find it there. And yeah, guys, check it out. If you or anybody you know would like to be a guest, come on the show. You know, if you had experience with anything, you've done some research into something, or you think we can sit down and have a good conversation, contact me. We'll make it happen. Because I just love talking to people, man. I love hearing the mythos behind everything, because everybody's got a story. And I've always liked sitting and listening to people's stories, so why not come tell your story and have other people listen to?
For sure, man. Yeah, Dave, thank you so much again for coming on. And like I said, like I remember you were in the chat and you were like, yeah, I just dropped my newest episode, go check it out and stuff. And I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, this is cool. I'm gonna be getting into like some cryptids. Like I'm kind of getting in the mindset of cryptids. But I was on my drive to work and I was listening to like a few different, like just a couple different pastors. I had a few videos saved that I was like scrolled through or whatever, and it was just playing on my drive to work. And it was like one with Vodi Bakum, and then there was another one. I think it might have been Wes Huff. It was about like one of the episodes I think was talking about all the different podcasts that he was going on at that time, and how like how there's almost like a resurgence within Christianity, and how there's so many more people looking for answers in their faith and everything, or they don't have faith, or they don't know what to believe, or they don't know what they're looking for. And it seems like a lot of people are actually turning to the Bible and turning to Jesus and looking for those answers, and they're finding these answers that they didn't even know that they were looking for. They just were looking for something. And I right from those episodes, like, I mean, I feel like those are two huge names in social media within the almost, I mean, not conspiracy realm, but within like the religious aspects and stuff like that. Like you got Wes Huff, who's been on Joe Rogan, he's been on Andrew Schultz, Flagrant, and he's been on tons of different other podcasts. And then Vodi Bakum is just like very, if you have questions about stuff, like this guy can give you so many different answers where you're like, that makes so much more sense on to why I believe in Christianity or why I believe in Jesus over anything else. And then I tuned into your podcast and I'm thinking like, I'm going to get into cryptids, and it was Call to Arms. And it was just like, man, it was like, I went to church went from both of those guys and then right into your stuff, and I was like expecting cryptids and stuff. And I've been looking at doing more like using the Bible app for what would you call them? Like devotionals and stuff.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was like in a Bible study, like devotional with a friend of mine that I'd never even met before. So it was like, I was like, dude, this is so cool, man. Like I wasn't even expecting that. And I like learned a lot. And you even mentioned the big C and little C. And I always hear like big G and little G gods, you know, when they talk about like different deities and stuff. But then you were talking about like big C, little C church. And I was like, what does that mean? And it was more or less like the little C church would be like the church that people go to on a Sunday, where the big C church is like the church of everyone together, right? In fellowship.
Yes.
All right.
It is the kingdom of God. It is what brings us all together when we unite in the one body of Christ. The body of Christ is the big C church, and what we do here on earth is our little C's. You know, both are important, but
yeah,
you can't have a little C church that thrives just off getting everything from the little C church. You have to have the kingdom mindset of, yes, this is where we are. This is where God has us, this little C church, but it doesn't, the world doesn't revolve around this little C church. It revolves around Christ, his kingdom that he is building, that he has been building since the beginning of man, since he went upon the cross. He has been building this big church, and one day he will create a new heaven and a new earth, and the big C church is going to take the helm of it. And
nice.
Dude, that whole episode, so I was going to put out an interview episode, but I just, like I talked about at towards the end of the episode, we had some stuff going on at church. The pastor did an altar call, nobody came up, and then a couple of us guys were like, you know, we could be walking closer to God, so we got up, kneeled down at the altar, and still 99% of the congregation was just still sitting there. Pastor kept on going, talking and talking more and more people came up, but then there's still so many people just sitting there, man. And it hurt my heart deeply to see all these people who are at church but don't want a better relationship with God. So I just started calling them out, and it was put on my heart, I need to not put a interview episode out, but talk about what I did end up talking about in the call to arms. Put out a call to arms for all our brothers and sisters out there to realize it's time to stop stepping back, man. We got to go.
Yeah.
We got to get moving. God's got a plan. I can see the pieces that he has in my life and some of the people around me and how they're moving. And as soon as we all start seeing the pieces and operate and realize God's moving those pieces for a reason, man, big things are going to happen.
Definitely. And it's crazy that happened too. Like with you dropped that on a Sunday, right? Like you recorded that on a Sunday after service.
I recorded it the Monday night. I uploaded it. It was like an hour before I thought about it. I was getting an idea Sunday, and got home from work Monday night and just started recording.
Yeah, because I was considering doing something like that on Sunday, because I was like, man, I was gonna try to get a few of us to like record and stuff, but like this one girl, they let her speak and stuff at our church last Sunday, and she was in the Philippines, and she wasn't Filipino, but she went there to like help share the gospel and spread the gospel and stuff. And she was like, you know, how did she say it? Sometimes you have to wait for God to let things happen, or things to happen in your life that God puts there for you. But she goes, sometimes it's not about the wait, but it's about how you wait. If you're waiting and you're like impatient, or you're like, man, this sucks, I can't believe this is happening, sometimes the wait feels even longer, and it's almost like you have the weight and another weight on top of you, you know, while you're waiting, you know, and it can make you feel like you're going slower, you're in standstill and nothing's happening. But it's like, if you're just content and you're like, this is out of my control, this is in God's hands, it's like the weight sometimes can go by like that. And you're like, man, I didn't even realize we were waiting that long. Or sometimes you could feel like you're waiting forever. It just depends.
Yeah.
That's insane, because that's what the pastor that was speaking talked about. He was talking about the story of Noah and how God just had him building the ark. Never told them what was going to happen. They didn't know about like the rain, like what God was talking. They didn't know about floods like God was talking about. But he was faithful to God. And then when they got in the ark and God closed the door and the flood started happening, they didn't know how long they were going to be on there.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. And my pastor made a very good point in talking about it's okay to float. You don't have to be always moving.
Treading water.
Yes. Sometimes it's okay just to float. That's what he wants. Like you just said, like you said, sometimes it's good to be stationary while God's moving other things around. Sometimes you're where you need to be, but the other people are not quite there yet in order to do what God's got. And that just smacked me like a brick, because I personally, I don't like being stagnant. I don't like floating, staying still. I always want the next thing. And then it just hit me. It's like, there's a lot of things going on in my life right now that I'm just floating there, and it's probably for a reason. God's got something planned, and if I try to rush it, it's not going to be how he wants it. So that's wild that they both gave very similar. That's just how you know God's doing what God's doing.
Yeah, exactly, man. So, hey, Ryley, dude, this has been amazing. Like, I can speak for TBD. I know I can't. Like, this has been a blast, man. Like, I feel like I miss this sometimes. It's like, plus, it's weird. It's almost like we're reconnecting with friends that we've already had. That's what I feel like is happening lately. It's like, I've never met you. I've never seen you one-on-one except for like listening to the one episode. It's like, but I feel like we're just, we're all friends and we're all just reconnecting. Like that's how like our first time like interacting with new friends and stuff, or new podcasters have been lately. So it's been a blessing, man. Thank you, dude, so much for coming on, man. You guys go check out Ryley at Midwest Mythos and give him a like, a follow, a shout out, ring the little bell, subscribe, comment.
All the socials.
Yeah, do all the things on all the socials. Message us, say what's up, tell him who sent you.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. This has been an absolute blast. This, like I was telling you guys, this has probably been the funnest time I've ever had being a guest on a show. If you guys ever invite me back, I'll be there in a heartbeat.
Definitely, dude. Yes. And send me a direct message, man. We'll hook you up with a cup. We got the Street Fighter 2 logo, or we got the G.I. Joe's American Hero red, white, and blue, and then we even got the Nintendo logo. So, and we'll throw in like a little iron on for a shirt. You want to show them yours? Oh no, never.
I was thirsty. But yeah, we have some other ones.
Yeah, we got the Teenage Mutant Ninja TVDs. There's a bunch of teddy bears with a Mexican wrestling mask.
That's awesome.
Oh wait, there's that one.
And then we got the Jurassic Park Speaking Code with Bigfoot and the alien behind you. So we'll send you some of those ones for sure.
Oh, sweet. I appreciate it, guys.
Gotta keep it cryptid for you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ryley, dude, thank you so much again, man. Stay safe, stay blessed, and keep on questioning. We out. Peace.
whispers in the shadow, secrets never told. Conspiracies unravel. If you're brave, be bold. Aliens on the radar, Bigfoot in the night. Atlantis deep beneath us, truth or just a lie. Speak in code, speak low and slow. Speak in code. Hidden truths the world won't know. Legends fade, but questions last. Truth or lies, it's gone in a flash.
Them birds ain't flying right. Nope. No tracks, but still they tread. You ask too loud, they shut you down. Keep them questions in your head.
Shut you down.
Guess arrive with stories. Theories start to grow. Step into the rabbit hole. Is it true, just a show? Speak in code, speak low and slow.
Speak in code.
Hidden truths the world won't know. Legends fade, but questions last. Truth or lies, it's gone in a flash.